This is the podcast, not an interview. This is a conversation. No gimmicks, just reasons. 84 reasons. Come holler at me. What up, everybody? I am Ben Troop. This is 84 Reasons. No games, no gimmicks, just reasons. This time, though, my next guest, I want to say we're going to the track, but then we're going off the track. You might have seen her running all around the city of Gainesville. She's faster than a speeding bullet. No, the great Parker Valby is with me there. What's going on with you, Parker?
Nothing much. Just sitting here at the pool. How about you?
I'm just saying. I mean, that's what Florida is now. For those of you who don't know, Florida has pools now. They got cold tubs. They got different chefs. But is this a part of your regimen, like getting your legs back up underneath you?
Yeah, it is. Honestly, it's a staple in my training. Helps keep you healthy without the extra pounding.
Now speaking of training, Parker, man, I mean, I hear you're not the biggest fan of cross training. That's why you be like, listen, that's what they do. That's fine for them. I'm more of the arch trainer, the elliptical. Have you always not been a fan of the cross training to be like, look, because I know you broke your foot, and that's when you kind of had to like work more like different kind of training. Is cross training just not your thing?
I actually love cross training. I love doing the arc trainer and the elliptical, but I also love swimming. I come from a background of swimming, actually. I swam for 13 years of my life. So it's nice to like get off my feet and get in the pool and stay healthy that way, but get the extra like cardio in.
When you go from what, the cross training? I mean, I'm sorry, you go from outdoor, with the cross country. Then you go with indoor, then outdoor. Is that how the seasons go?
Yes, it's like 3 seasons in a row.
How do you, because your body, obviously your legs are like, it's how you go out there and do what you do, but how does one stay like in shape, but not so much to where I'm putting my body, at a disadvantage? Because like I said, I mean, you on your feet all the time. You still a student. You're still a person that want to have a life. But I read something where you running 25, 30 miles a week. You like to swim. How do you keep your body like making sure it's firing on all cylinders and trying to not necessarily have to deal with the injury bug?
I'm still learning how to do that, how to not hurt myself. But yeah, I just try to stay off, like just do my workout days on the ground right now and do the easy days that I cross training just to like stay off my feet and prevent injury as best as I can.
Parker, what exactly is an easy day in cross training? I mean, in what you do? You just said the easy day. What exactly is an easy day for you?
Normally like 70 to 80 minutes on the elliptical or the bike, and then I'll usually double and do it like a 30 or 40-minute swim in the afternoon.
70. How many minutes on the bike again?
Like 70 to 80 on the elliptical or the bike. I prefer the elliptical, but sometimes you got to do the bike.
When it comes to cross country, what is the best strategy? Is it stay with the pack? Is it try to create some distance, or does it depend on each individual race?
Well, honestly, it differs from race to race. My strategy usually is just to take it out, but sometimes the strategy is it depends who's in the race and what the goal is of the race.
When the one thing I like about track and field, outside of just like the sheer competition, is you and Miss Caitlin Tui. I mean, you guys got a nice little rivalry going on, very respectful of each other, but it's y'all two and everybody else. Like, it's like every time, if you guys are in the same race or in different races, what is it like having somebody who you guys can actually push each other if you are indeed in the same race?
No, it's awesome. She's such a good competitor, and I really love racing her. It brings out the best in me for sure.
Because is there a rhythm when you're running as far as you run? Obviously, you used to running long distances. Parker, what is your mindset when you got to run that far? And just say you out in front of the pack and you can't see nobody. What is your mindset? Just keep digging. Like, what is your mindset when I can't see or hear anybody and you leading the pack?
Honestly, I'm kind of just telling myself, I'm like, you can do anything for 19 minutes or 18 or 20, however long the race is. But yeah, I just trusted my training and that I'm fit enough to hold on.
With every distance runner that I talk to, it's always the same question. Not that I kick. When do I kick? Like, when do I start my kick? Is it when you saying, listen, I'm trying to, do you have a certain strategy when you're gonna start it? If somebody's in front of you, okay, I got to start my kick to catch that person. What is the strategy when it comes to your kick?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't have the best kick. So normally I'll just start like try to run away from everyone so that I don't have to kick. But if I do have to kick, it depends on the race. But normally it's towards the end. Depends what kind of race I'm racing. But yeah, something I definitely need to work on.
What's more fun, cross country, indoor or outdoor?
That is a question that the answer it changes all the time. Right now, I would probably say I had the most fun this cross country season, but I had probably equal fun outdoor season. I am not a huge fan of indoor, not gonna lie. But yeah, I think cross country and outdoor are tied.
Running for a school like the University of Florida, you don't get to hide. I mean, the pageantry, the tradition, Coach Lindsay, Coach Mouse. I mean, how much do you enjoy having that target on your back? One, because you're an incredible runner, but at the same time, everybody seems to want to beat these Gators these days.
Yeah, no, the Gators are a target from everyone across the country. No, it's awesome though. I love the pressure and I love representing UF.
Parker, I mean, your platform, your celebrity, if you want to call it, it's growing all the time. When you think about the fact that now young ladies, like yourself, see you and doing what you're doing, how do you embrace that role model? That role model is like an expectation, because whether we want it or not, the platform at the University of Florida is huge. You from the state of Florida, you right down I-75 from Tampa. How have you dealt with having more notoriety and more young ladies, more people knowing who you
are? Honestly, I'm still another thing. I'm still learning. It's also new to me, but I love being able to be where I am, and I hope to inspire a bunch of young people.
Oh, you definitely inspired a bunch of young people. The problem is they out there pointing saying, "Mommy, I want to run like that." And mommy's like, "Well, I don't know if you're gonna run like that." But you said learning to embrace it more. Is that something that's, because most of the time who we are as people and who we are as athletes aren't necessarily the same thing. Is it more or less you just embracing it from a personality standpoint to be able to say, look, okay, this might not be how I normally am, but I understand this might be a requirement that comes with the position that I hold.
No, yeah, I honestly, that is who I am. My advice is to be yourself and results will follow. Just try your best. Yeah.
So I mean, what season are you guys in now? Is it indoor season right now?
Yes. So honestly, we're in the middle of transitioning from indoor to outdoor right now. Nationals for indoors in I think it's next week, and then outdoors, I think there's a meet in 2 or 3 weeks.
You said earlier that your freshman year, you're like, look, man, that was a harder transition from the training to the academics, to the schedule, to the structure, to the treatment. At what point your freshman year did you say, okay, it's rough, but I think I'm getting the hang of this thing?
Actually, funny story. I quit the team end of my freshman year. Said this wasn't for me, and my coach at the time, Lindsay, was like, no, you're not quitting. You're too good for that. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna live a normal college life. So it was more so my sophomore year when I came back that I learned like how to balance everything. And honestly, it, like I said, I'm still learning, but it's gotten a lot better. You do learn over time.
How much did you learn about yourself and Coach Lindsay? Like, listen, I'm about to go in here and tell him I'm done. I can't do this. He was like, no, you're not leaving. I mean, because, obviously I've never had a chance to meet Coach Lindsay, but just listening to him, you can tell he's really, really good at what he does. And sometimes as coaches, they understand the mental side of it. Like, look, I know it's a lot. I know I'm putting a lot on you, but there is 0% chance, I'm finna go to the rest of your teammates and say, Parker's gone. What? Parker's done. Because sometimes, Parker, your role on the team, your role at the University of Florida, it grew really, really quickly. On top of the fact, you're pretty freaking good. Zelensky's like, what do you mean? Zelensky's probably think you coming in and say, I need some time off. He like, when you say I'm leaving, he had to go into panic mode and say, Parker, no. Was it the fact that you guys already had a pretty good relationship with coach, the player, for him to be able to talk you out of it? Because it sounded like you had your mind made up.
Yeah, no, I didn't like want to quit, but I was just like, I kept getting hurt my freshman year, and I was just like, I just don't think that running is for me. I think I was made for something else. And he was like, no, he saw the potential in me, and I'm glad that he convinced me not to quit, because I wouldn't be where I am now.
Did you tell your parents or your family that, listen, man, I'm coming home, I'm done, we're not coming home, I'm just not running track anymore?
Oh, I did go home, and I didn't run for about 4 or 5 months. I was dealing with a hamstring thing, so I needed the time off anyways, but yeah. And then I came back and I was like, oh, I actually think I do want to run. I do like running. And I had a breakout season that year, so it all worked out.
So when they do your E60, they're gonna say, what if I told you that this all wasn't even gonna happen because Parker was gonna go back to Tampa? She's gonna go from Alachua County, Hillsborough County, but then how much did you miss it though? Them 3-4 months not running, how much did you miss running in that time frame?
Honestly, like the first month, I was like, oh, like vibing, like, oh, this is so nice. Don't have to worry about everything. Because like when you're running every day, like you have to worry about how much you're sleeping, what exactly you're eating. Like your whole day is around running, and it's very consuming, and you have to love it in order to succeed in it, for sure. But no, after about like a month, I was like, okay, I do miss running. And I was like, maybe I'll start train. But I couldn't, the issue was that I couldn't start training because I was dealing with a hamstring thing at the time. So I was just like, oh, and I didn't know how to cross train, ironically. I didn't want to swim, and I didn't know that this sounds dumb, but like I didn't know that you could like elliptical and bike and stuff, which I don't know. Maybe the rest was needed, but it was a rough comeback, but glad we're where we are today.
Parker, you said you can't do this if you don't love it. How much of more of an appreciation have you gained from just running in general? Because like you say, that look, man, nothing against y'all people that got those running clubs out there. Y'all ain't me. Like I respect y'all. I see y'all on the weekends, right, with y'all groups. But
they are so impressive.
It is impressive.
They're on the track before us every day. Every morning we get there and there's the run clubs like done with their workout. I'm like, you guys get here at like 4 a.m.? That is incredible.
It is impressive. This is the problem though. When you show up to the cross country meet, they're not there. They're on the sideline clapping, watching you do it. That's and look, I respect those run groups. They seem to get bigger and bigger and bigger. They're very organized. The difference is though, everybody wants to do the Tour de France when you got the bikes, right? Until you got to get with a group and you didn't realize, yeah, man, they going about 20, 30 miles an hour. It looks different on television. With you though, like you say, you giving them their props. The mental side of sports is the hardest thing. Yeah, you got the physical side. Yeah, I got to deal with injuries. How do you love the sport and what you do, but also make sure you make time for Parker?
Yeah, it's definitely a hard balance. I'm again still learning, but you definitely do need to set aside time just for yourself and your sport and separate your two lives, because running can be very consuming to your life, but you have to learn how to balance it and focus on other things in order to be happy when you run.
Last year, I want to say it was the first ever outdoor national championship. Lady Gators, y'all win the day after the men do it. Y'all gonna have to talk. Gators, y'all got to target on y'all back no matter what. But what was that like, knowing when you hear, hey man, we just won all. We just won it all.
That was honestly such a surreal moment. That was honestly one of my top favorite moments of being a runner my whole career. I I was kind of I had broken my foot in January, so I didn't run until SECs that outdoor season, and I was not expecting to run like what I did off of not running for so long. But it was awesome to be able to get second and secure the team title. That was honestly yeah, it was such an amazing moment, and it was so special being with the team and winning SECs and outdoor nationals.
I mean, speaking of amazing moments, I mean, 18:25 broke the 6K record by 49 seconds. I mean, obviously, there's a certain time you want to get. When they told you what you had done, we're like, obviously you come in. I don't know if they're giving y'all orange slices or giving y'all something to try. I don't know what they give you at the finish line. But
nothing.
But they give you a congratulations, pat you on the back. Okay, we got about 300 people coming behind you. Parker, good job. But 18:25 broke the record by 49 seconds. What does that mean to you?
That was awesome. I honestly didn't know that there was like a record for cross country, which it's like, yeah, that's like an all-time like all courses like record, but you can't like compare like courses like course times, because like for example like at nationals it was like an extremely hilly course, so like we ran like 19, I think like 20s maybe. But like, yeah, no, that was such an awesome experience. I actually at that race, it was like a golf course race, so it was a pretty like flat race. There was like some hills here and there, but no, I just went into that race wanting to win my first SEC title, and it ended up working out, and I ended up getting a record with it. But yeah, no, that was such an awesome race, and it was ideal conditions for me. It was nice and hot and sunny and warm.
I mean, the way in which you describe stuff is I was gonna walk away from track. I came back. I had a banner year after I came back. I just wanted to win my first SEC championship. I won it. I broke the record. Didn't even know it was a record. It was sunny. It was warm. But I heard Coach Lindsay say something. He said every race is an opportunity to learn. How much do you learn from every race you out there, whether it's cross country, indoor, outdoor?
Oh, I have learned a lot from each race. No matter what race, I learn a lot for sure. I'm still honestly, someone was the other day, they were like, you're a complete like rookie to this sport. Like I was like, yeah, honestly, in college I've run like not that many races. Like I think I've run 3 total indoor races and 3 or 4 total outdoor races. So I'm still learning day by day.
Speaking of Speaking of 3 races, you were in the UF all-time list already. Number 1 for outdoor, 5,000 meters. Number 1 for indoor, 3,000 meters. Number 4 for indoor, I want to say this is medley relay for the ankle leg. You might not run as much as everybody else, but when you do, you're like, listen, man, I got to go ahead and make it do what it does. You have this like look on your face, like, look, man, I'm relaxed. I got a long way to go. Because when you say things like running for 18 minutes, what? Yeah, I got to run. I'm gonna be running for the next 18 minutes. I can't run for I can't run for 15 seconds. How? Once again, there are athletes and then there is you. Because everybody can't do what you do. Nobody has training like you do. I mean, you and Coach Lindsay, I don't know if y'all be about to kill each other. I don't even want to know what that training regimen is like. But with everything you've gone through, from the freshman year to wanting to walk away to dealing with injuries, would you trade any of it?
I wouldn't. Every setback is led to a better comeback, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. I'm actually a very firm believer in that now. Yeah, no, I wouldn't trade any of it for anything.
And Parker, before I let you out of here, I mean, I know that the people that the unsung heroes in you guys' lives always mom and dad, sister and brother. I mean, I know they the ones that inspired you. You say you went from swimming to running. I know you from right down there in Tampa, Florida. What would you say to your family who definitely supported you when no one else knew who you were?
No, yeah, I'm so grateful for them and everything that they do for me. Yeah, they're the best.
Listen, Parker is a woman of few words. I'm messing up her pool time right now. She was in the pool, was gracious enough, get out the pool, get on the phone, get on a Mac computer, setting up apps for me. Parker, listen, 2 things. Never stop being you, because there is only one you. Stay healthy. And listen, if I'm driving to Gainesville, now I see you run down the street, I might honk at you. I'm not gonna stop. I might.
You might see me.
Listen, I might give you. Listen, if you see me driving down the street and I let down the window and say, "Hey, remember me on 84 I might give you some orange slices." I thought that's what they gave runners at the end. Maybe that's marathon runners. Maybe that's my.
I would appreciate those orange slices. I love oranges.
Listen, orange slice. Listen. I'm not gonna give you the orange slice and pull out the selfie stick. I'm not that weird. I don't have to take a picture. I can just go home and say, I gave Parker Valby, one of the greatest runners to ever come through Florida, one of the best runners, right? Distance runners in the SEC in the world right now. I gave him some orange slices, and then Coach Lindsay said, "You better not eat all of them, Parker, and just keep running."
That would be a lovely story.
Hey, Parker,
listen, I can't wait for it to happen.
Hey, I appreciate you taking the time. Stay healthy. I will be watching.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.